Dragons! I am here to do my monthly reset vlog. I'm going to try to do this the weekend before the end of the month just because I feel like I really want to reset my life. I feel like I really enjoyed what I did last month, like how I reset for the whole year, and I want to keep doing that. So the first thing I'm going to do is it's Friday, which is normally when I start these reset vlogs, unless like it's like another weird day that I have off, but normally it's going to be a Friday. Friday is going to be the reset. Friday is the day that I normally reset everything, but when I'm resetting for a new month, that's sort of what it is. So the first thing I'm going to do is make sure the puppy's okay. I have her right now, which I don't normally have her on Fridays, but I do. I'm make sure she's okay. She can go out. She can go take care of all the things that she needs. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a to-do list, and I'm going to show you my to-do list, which is basically all the things I need to complete before the end of the month. Normally I could do it in the evening just because I have a lot of stuff I have to get done, but it's only going to take 2 to 3 days. And yeah, once I do that, we'll talk about what I'm going to be doing and kind of taking you on that adventure. But I do have a lot of things to get done, especially because I want to be more organized content planning wise for February, which I didn't do in January. A big reason that I wasn't really planned out content-wise in January was because a lot of the best year reads of the year videos had not come out yet. I wanted to start doing a series on my channel. One is already up. I called it something else, but I want to do like a booktube taste test, which every booktuber does. I will link a couple when I start posting them, but I know like 4 Posts in a Book does it. I know like everyone does it, so I just want to kind of do that and kind of take my favorite creators and kind of do a booktube taste test. So that's going to be a new series focusing on my channel, but because February is Valentine's Day, I want to focus it on a lot of romance books and romanticies. So yeah, we're going to vibe into that. So once I take care of the puppy, once I make my to-do list, I will go over that with you. And I just want to show you, I'm using my little inking design planner, and I'll be like really transparent with you. I did not use this last year like at all. I was so bad at using it, but I just want to show you the things that I'm hoping to accomplish in this vlog. And I know I'm a visual learner, so I'm going to keep checking back to this list so you guys could see it as a visual list. That sometimes helps me when I'm doing things. So I need to write down my new Instagram challenge. I need to do my Instagram and TikTok videos. I'll talk about that in a second. Film my February TBR, do my reset vlog task, reset vlog check-in, journal check-in, February spreads, Pango ship, wrap-up film, post-Pango, vlog plan-out, TBR setup. I film mostly all of my stuff batch filmed, so you'll notice in a lot of my content I'm wearing like the same like sweatshirt or something, just because that's what I tend to do. I tend to like pick a sweatshirt and wear it like for like a couple of videos just because that's because I batch film. So I'm trying to put my ring light on, and I don't want it to fall on me like it did last time. So yeah, that is where you look at my spreads. So yeah, that is where we are. Those are the things I hope to accomplish. Now you're gonna see a very, very sassy doggy because she is sassy. But yeah, so that is where we are. I'll show it to you again now that like you hear her crying. I swear she is fine. She is not being tortured. She thinks she is. But yeah, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my Instagram write down. So basically I'm going to take the challenge in my Instagram journal and do that. And once I have it all written down, I will definitely show you guys what it looks like. I do the same Instagram challenge every single month. I do the All the Books challenge, which is on Instagram. If I remember to link it, sheesh, I will try to link it, but if not, I'll just show you guys what the spread looks like at the end. Okay, so I had a lot of books on my TBR. So I always put 2 YA fantasy books on my TBR. So 2 books I did read. One is a Macmillan title, which I'm not going to be chatting about, but I did read it. It will go up eventually when I could talk about it. I also read Powerless, which you will see in an upcoming vlog and my wrap up. My 2 e-arcs, so right now, that is good. I read 2 books, that is good. 2 e-arcs that I read is Dungeons and Dragons and Hollowthorn. Hollowthorn is also a sequel, which I'm pretty proud of. And then I have the adult fantasy book that I DNF'd was After the Forest, but I also have Foxglove King on that. My list book, I DNF'd Laura Taylor Namey because I wasn't feeling it, so I DNF'd that. Nonfiction, Britney Spears, I have not read, but that's not really counting towards my stats. So now let's get to the chances. I had 5 chances. Yeah, I had 5 chances because one was like a double book. So I read Blurred by a Favorite Author. I read Forging into Silver and Stars. I DNF'd After the Forest, which just means, oh no, actually I didn't actually read an adult fantasy for my second part, so that won't count. And I didn't read either one of my debuts, but I did read Animal on the Cover and A Chance Gift. So I get to buy myself 6 plus 2. I get to buy myself 6. I get to buy myself 8 books if I want. Hopefully I won't need to buy myself 8 books, but that is the maximum number of books I could buy myself from Barnes & Noble. So I will make sure that I break that number. But I do all my stats. And I also did read my Veronica Speedwell book, which is my series book that I have a series spinner roll. I'm going to do that at the end of the vlog. And I am in the middle of reading my Unwrap book. But it is like a Macmillan title, so I don't want to chat too much about it. But yeah, so I can buy myself 8 books next month. That's really exciting. And yeah, I do let myself in the middle of the month kind of reassess my TBR. I'm going to try to not let myself do that. Like, I'll be a little bit honest. I'm going to try to like not let myself do that. But I also want to enjoy what I'm reading. So that is where we are. So now the next thing I'm going to do, according to my thing, is I'm going to figure out the books for my TBR and try to fit these books on it if I can. And my biggest plan is to make this bullet journal look nice. Everyone's bullet journals look so nice and mine does not. So I am going to play around with this for a little bit and make a really nice spread for February. I'm also going to do like a TBR page. I'm going to do my spread page for the readathons I'm being a part of, and anything else, but I just want to make it look like fun and cute. And I definitely want to do a solid TBR page because I didn't really love my last one. But yeah, I'm going to go make sure it looks nice. And then I'll be back once I have figured out that, and we'll kind of assess what I'm going to do next. Dragons, I just want to do a quick assessment of all the books that are still on my TBR cart and what my thoughts are about if I'm going to read them next month, how I did in my TBR journal, and my planning and all of that good stuff. So first I'm going to show you the books that are still on my TBR cart. I am about 150 pages into The Fellowship of Bakers and Magic by J. Perner, which I will definitely finish because it's not that long. God Killer by Hannah Kanner is on my TBR still because it is for a project, along with Fireborn that I want to do for a project, and also Foxglove King that I want to do for a project. So these are definitely going to get read. I just don't think this is going to happen at the end of this month. If it is, that'll be very, very exciting, but I doubt it. And then I have Where the Dark Stands Still, which is a arc that I have to read next month because I'm on a blog tour for it. This is also the first book I picked up in the first start of the year, and then I just never finished it. And then a couple of books that are still on my TBR, which I think are possibilities to finish by the end of the month, just because they're a bit on the cozier side. And these books are probably ones that I will focus on. To Gaze Upon Wicked Gods by Molly X. Chan is a book that I really do want to read. This is one of my first books I got at Comic-Con over the fall season, and I would love to read it. Little Secrets by Jennifer Hillier. I'm on a blog. It's one of my wrapped books. The Ravenous Dead by Darcy Coase is a sequel that I really do want to read. The Quill and the Veil by Bree Moore is another book that's on like my cozy TBR for the weekend, and The Frame Up by Gwen Devon is another one that's on my immediate TBR for the weekend. So these are the books that I am going to put down here so that I remember them, because I am going to set up my TBR cart, like actually set it up, and then these books kind of won't fit there anymore. So those are the books that are still on my TBR that like I hope to read eventually. That is my goal. So I hope to read them rather sooner rather than later, because I put them there for a reason. Obviously, I want to read them. But the books that I feel like are probably going to get moved over to the next month for various reasons and projects is God Killer by Hannah Kanner, Foxglove King by Hannah Whitten, Fireborn by Rosaria Munda, and Where the Dark Stands Still by A.B. Pornack. So these are the ones that are probably going to get moved over, that I'm probably going to try to squeeze on my February TBR for sure. And then I'm going to finish this. So that is the assessment of the books on my physical TBR. Now let's go look at the actual TBR stats and see how many books I'm buying next month. Oh, I know that my bullet journals aren't the best. They are just fun for me. But this is my spread for February. So this is my February spread just to kind of open it up. And then I have this spread, which just kind of tells all my immediate TBR books, my mandatory reads, my books that I pulled from my chance cards. I am also participating in Battle of the Girl Band. So those are all the prompts just to remember. And then here are my secret video projects. And then I have a couple more spreads that I just haven't done yet. But yeah, that is what that looks like. So yes, all right, now we are going to do 2 things for my reading vlog that I haven't, or my TBR that I haven't done yet. So I have to unwrap a book, and then I have to pick a series that I'm going to continue reading in 2024 from my spinner wheel. And I have a choice. I can either continue reading the series that I am currently reading, which is the Veronica Speedwell series, or I can pick the one that I have. But yeah, let me go get a book to unwrap for that part of the vlog, and then let me do my spinner wheel, and we'll see what got prints and see if I'm going to choose to buy the Veronica Speedwell book, or if I'm going to choose to pick another book on my TBR. So let's go do those 2 things. So I'm just going back and I'm looking at it, and my goal was to make health and fitness a focus, and I think that I did okay with this. I definitely didn't have any soda the whole month, which I think is pretty good. I definitely did very, very good at healthy snacking. Like, I didn't have crap every single day when I was coming home from work. I definitely want to try to be better at it and be a bit more consistent in February. But I also had a foot injury, so working out was a little bit more challenging, and I don't think I did my workouts to my like full ability. I also really couldn't bike ride, and I took the puppy for a few walks, but definitely like physically wise, that was a bit of a hindrance, I will be honest. But the caffeine goal I did really, really good at, so I'm gonna actually have that be another goal in this month, because I really like myself off caffeine, but I just need to like put in the time and not actually drink caffeine. So that is one thing that I think I did pretty good in. Could I do better? Yes. But I think that I did okay, especially with the no caffeine. So dragons, I am back to do a bit of an update about my content plans for February. I never plan out my content so far in advance, but I'm trying to do something different, especially because I know in May and April I'm probably going to be putting out less content, so I want to try to get ahead. So the month of February, I'm going to be filming 4 to 5 vlogs that have a theme, and I'm going to tell you what the theme is, and I'm going to tell you one book you can expect to see in it, and hopefully they all get filmed. Some of these may come out in March, but I'm hoping to film 1 a week, so I don't fall too far behind. So the first book, or the first vlog I'm going to do is like popcorn romantasy, ones that I think people think are okay. They're not the best, but they are pretty digestible. So one book I'm going to read in that vlog is The Foxglove King by Hannah Witten, and you'll have to see who recommended it in the vlog. All-time loves, the books that have been universally loved by a lot of different booktubers. One book that is definitely going to be in that vlog is Fireborn by Rosaria Munda, and I'm really excited for this one. It actually is technically a reread for me, but I read it so long ago, I think I need a reread. And it has dragons in it, which you know how I feel about dragons. Romance Tubers is one that I'm very excited for. Last year was the year that I found like all the romance tubers, so I am going to be reading Binding 13 by Chloe Walsh. I recently got this for the holidays. I think I'm going to grab the audio, but I'm really excited to dive into this one. This is a hefty book, but I'm excited to read it. And then new to me, authors of the romance variety that I'm going to read this month is one of the books in that vlog is going to be The Name Drop by Susan Lee, which I'm very excited for. And then the last one vlog I think I'm going to do is romance authors that write different genres. So like one of the authors I'm going to read in that thing is Rachel and Solomon Weathergirl, and I haven't read her adult stuff, but I have read her YA stuff, and that might be a different thing. I might have read their YA stuff, not their adult stuff, or I might have read their adult stuff and not their YA stuff. But yeah, I'm really excited for those plans and just to have a fun romance-filled month. I also said it in my TBR. I'm participating in the Girl Bandathon. I'm Team TLC with Reading with Neva, Leandra from TBR Zero, and Dusty Book Snippers. It's hosted by Rainy from Rainy Blue Reads. I'm really excited for that. I'm also doing the ABC-a-thon, was hosted by Audrey from Books and Coffee. I'm going to try to link her below. I think I have that done. But I am going to go back and I'm going to watch my resolutions for last month and see how I did. And let's just chat through them, and then I'm going to kind of make some new resolutions for February. It is a shorter month, but I still want to like have goals and have things that I like am working towards in a lot of different aspects of my life, not just reading, but I'm going to share them here. So I'm going to go see what the goals were in January and see if I think I've achieved them. Okay, so I am back, and what I've started doing is I started unwrapping a book every month. I can't actually tell you about the book that I unwrapped in my first vlog. If you want to go see it, you can. It's like still live, but that book was from St. Martin's Press, so I'm not going to talk about it until the show's over. Ooh, but I have to read for this vlog, or this month I guess, The Darkness Outside of Us by Elliot Schreiber. I've heard such good things about this. This is also a romance book, which is exciting. I think it has like an unexpected romance, and it is sci-fi, which I don't read a ton of sci-fi. I know Four Paws in a Book like adored this a couple of years ago. That is why I bought it. But yeah, I'm really excited for this one. So yeah, now let me do my spreadsheet. Oh my god, my tower of books is gonna like fall over, and you're gonna hear a big bang, and then my puppy's gonna come in and she's gonna complain. So let's hope it doesn't happen. All right, but let me show you guys my spreadsheet or my spinner wheel. Yeah, so I'll show you guys that. And I have to just hope that the series is out, but we will see what gets chosen. The Hollow Star Saga. Oh, I think that's... Oh my god, that's so big. Okay, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna do Veronica Speedwell book 7 and just buy it, because I have so many chunky books on here, and that book is like massive. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to read Veronica Speedwell for the challenge, and I will just buy it on my Kindle, buy it for the audiobook, because I have so many books, and that book is also pretty hefty, and I'm not quite sure all this is going to get accomplished in a month. So I'm going to read Veronica Speedwell book 7, which I will just buy the audiobook for, and then the book that I unwrapped for this vlog was this. So yeah, let me go finish up that vlog so I can put all this stuff away, and then we will chat about my to-do list after I finish editing and are ready to post this vlog. My work goal was less easy to temper, and I don't think I did that as well as I should have. I think I'm in like a moment in my career where I want to change a lot of things, and not everything's changing as fast as I want it to. But what I really think my goal this month was to not talk as much, like not scream, slow down when I was talking. That I didn't really write anywhere, but I feel like I got a lot better with that. So my February goal is going to be something connected to being easy to temper and having more fun when I teach, and not being as stressed out and not being as overwhelmed, because that didn't happen in January, but I want it to happen in February. So we will chat about that when we get to the next goal. So being easy to temper did not really work, but I have high hopes for February. Again, every day is a new day, and that is just something I want to work on in February, but we'll talk about it when we get to that section. So I'm just going back and I'm looking at it, and my goal was to make health and fitness a focus, and I think that I did okay with this. I definitely didn't have any soda the whole month, which I think is pretty good. I definitely did very, very good at healthy snacking. Like, I didn't have crap every single day when I was coming home from work. I definitely want to try to be better at it and be a bit more consistent in February. But I also had a foot injury, so working out was a little bit more challenging, and I don't think I did my workouts to my like full ability. I also really couldn't bike ride, and I took the puppy for a few walks, but definitely like physically wise that was a bit of a hindrance, I will be honest. But the caffeine goal I did really good at, so I'm gonna actually have that be another goal in this month, because I really like myself off caffeine, but I just need to like put in the time and not actually drink caffeine. So that is one thing that I think I did pretty good in. Could I do better? Yes. But I think that I did okay, especially with the no caffeine. Next goal I made was be okay if things don't go according to my plan, especially in regards to with my show, letting people help me, letting kids help me. And I think I did good with this. Things are not going according to plan right now. I'm not really freaking out. It's gonna work out. It's gonna happen. Last year we started Alice at the end of February. I don't want to do that. We actually did start rehearsals. We're just having some script issues, which it's always something. But I really am not like getting angry. I'm not getting upset. I'm not getting frustrated. I'm not crying. I'm just like, we'll deal with it. I had some casting issues. Some kids didn't want to do the show anymore, and I just kind of figured it out. So like for those things, I'm just kind of going with the flow a little bit. And just kind of trying to just like make stuff work. You know, I spent yesterday and today kind of reorganizing my stage at my job. I kind of spent today and yesterday playing games with my kids. So I'm kind of changing some stuff and not being as like overwhelmed, and I think it is helping, but it's a slow process, definitely, for sure. At the time of this filming, I haven't finished one series in January, but I did catch up on one. I caught up on Hollowborn by Kayla Josephine. So I didn't complete one series, but I did catch up on one. So I'm gonna give myself half credit for that. My bookish goal was to prep my content, and I don't think I really prepped my content that well for January, but I prepped it very well for February, because I was watching so much booktube to kind of watch end of the year videos and kind of come up with like video ideas and like ideas for like vlogs and stuff. So prepping content did happen throughout the whole month, so I can be prepped for February, which is really good. So yes, I did prep my content, which I'm very excited about. So I will call that goal a check. I definitely was really good at using my little Inkling design planner. I wasn't very good at using my commit planner, but I'm gonna try it in February. I just sometimes go through stages in work where I don't want to like use a checklist, which is so sad because I really am good at it. But like I work better when I have a to-do list, but I just didn't do it. I honestly wasn't really doing a lot of smaller tasks. It was like a lot of bigger tasks. So, but I have been using my little Inkling design planner, and I'm actually really proud of myself for that. So that was one thing that I think I did very well. In the books that I was supposed to read last month, my St. Martin Press title, I did start. I am reading it, and my Veronica Speedwell book, I did finish today. So now let's go over the goals that I have for February as a whole. I only chose 5, but I think that sometimes less is more because it gives me more time to like focus on them. So I want to play more theater games in my class and focus less on lecturing. I want to have more of a structure to my lessons, and I want to actually do theater games. I love theater games. They're just hard to sometimes do. Sometimes they're hard to do, and I just want to like let myself have the freedom to do that. So I want to play one new theater game in every one of my classes at least once a week, and I think that will be fun. I did a really fun game today, and the kids really liked it. I want to binge watch one show the upcoming month from start to end. I actually might do 3 this month, so definitely better. Actually 4 if you count Percy, because that was a month-long binge watch. And I want to watch one movie. I am really bad at watching movies, so at the end of the month I want to have binge watched at least one TV show and just watched one movie at my house, not a rewatch. So I have a lot of options. I also want to craft and video game at least once every day on the weekends, and on my week off I want to do that a bit more. I really do love crafting, and I really do love video games. I just need to feel like I have more time to do it on the weekend specifically, because those are the times I have most time. I'm gonna try to craft during the week a little bit, but it gets a little bit fuzzy sometimes with the time specifications. and I want to do the vlogs I planned. So I want to like stop getting chaotic and stop being like overwhelmed and just do the vlogs I say that I'm gonna do for February. So yeah, and I have a lot of, I mean, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I have 5 vlogs planned, and that's a lot. So yeah, let me know, what are your plans? What did you, if you have a bookish goal or a non-bookish goal that you want to keep yourself accountable in the comments, I would love to know. I'm still gonna do my soda challenge. I think I'm gonna give myself one cheat day like early in the month just to kind of reward myself, but I'm gonna go back to doing my no soda challenge because it actually does make me feel really, really good, and I feel like I have less anxiety with it, so I'll take that. But let me know any of your reset plans, anything else you want to see in these reset vlogs. Whenever I film these, Cassie's always asleep, but maybe I'll show you a clip with her in my future vlogs. But let me know in the comments what else you want to see in these reset vlogs, if you like these reset vlogs, and I'll talk to you guys soon for another video.